Greetings, fellow armchair Imagineers. Tiki here.
And Blue Dragon 5.
And Jacob Wild, too.
And Claude Coenga.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we find ourselves on the cusp of Disney's big venture into the world of streaming, even courting a war in the process, we thought it'd be nice to stay up to date on the ever-growing catalog and rule on what's a must or a bust on Disney Plus. And tonight, we're talking about Monsters at Work Episode 7, Adorable Returns. Yeah. All right, guys, I want to go last on this one, so who wants to go first? Well, don't all go at once.
Go all right.
I just didn't want to talk over anybody.
Anyway, so, yeah, this is my new favorite. I think the best one yet. I think this is a lovely testament to Ratzenberg, and I think with his most memorable role next to Ham in kind of the Pixar catalog, and it's always Ham and the Abominable Snowman. Those are always like the two go-tos amongst amongst all the other kind of like appearances and cameos. I mean, sure, the third would probably be P.T. Flea, but
honestly, the third for me is Mac, just because he's like Mac has a pretty big role, and then he's also the big like kind of jump scare in Radiator Springs Racers.
I mean, I'd say off the top of my head, yeah.
And also the whole also the end at Cars, like, hey, wait a minute, they're using the same voice, the same actor over and over.
Oh right! Oh my God! Yeah, you're right, Jacob. That's a good call.
Yeah, I mean, off the top of my head, your top five, kind of Ratzenberg roles would be those four, and the Underminers, like the biggest roles they got,
yeah,
really.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. But yeah, I'm loving this episode. That was wonderful, and I mean, I've so far. I mean, I love the first two and the Big Wazowskis, and this is kind of picked up the pace majorly. Not that there's anything wrong with the last episode, but we think we're back on track big time.
Cool, Claude. What do you think of the episode?
Yeah, I like this episode. It was nice to see the abominable or adorable snowman make a return, and it's nice that he got unbanned when really he should have been banned in the first place. And also, Mike and Sully were funny in this episode, as always. Yeah, it was a great episode.
Cool.
Overall.
I thought this was good. Okay. I don't think it's my favorite, though. I honestly think the episode with Duncan being in charge is my favorite. Maybe that just speaks to the squid stay off of it all. I love, like, I don't know, maybe I just like that sort of character story. Who knows? I think this one's good. I got to admit, I think it's kind of like just a victory lap for Ratzenberger, which is fine. I mean, it's nice to have him, but like, I feel like the tension could have been higher of like, him being vanished. I feel like we could have gotten, like, I don't know. I feel like the whole tone of the episode was a little bit too, like, celebratory and pleasant, whereas, like, I would have liked to, like, the reason he got banished makes total sense. I don't know. I just wish I just wish this episode had a bit more stakes to it.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Some of the other episodes kind of just grabbed me more from a character development point of view. This was kind of just like, remember the abominable snowman?
Wait, even episode 3 did that for you?
Remind me what episode 3 was.
That was the damaged room.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, this is better than that one. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that one is still the weakest. I mean, I would say, honestly, this is, this is probably an unpopular opinion, but this is probably, like, in the middle of my rankings so far with the episodes. Like, it's probably, like, maybe my third favorite one. After, like, maybe I definitely like episode 5 the best. I think 5 is the strongest one for me personally. I don't know. I mean, this is up there. Like, I don't want to say it's I'm not saying it's a terrible episode. I'm not saying it's a bad episode. I'm not even saying it's an okay episode. It's a really good episode. I'm just not overly stoked on it. So, don't get down. But Pink Pearl's in the comment. She says, I barely remember this episode. I put it on and fell asleep. Well,
Glad to have you, Pink Pearl. Very helpful.
but seriously, Pink Pearl, it's nice to see you, though. It's my birthday week and I've been busy. Well, happy birthday, Pink Pearl.
Yeah, happy birthday. Many happy returns.
Yeah. Nice to have you, Pink Pearl, as always. Let's see. So guys, it's like, don't jump down my throat because I didn't like this as much as you guys did. I still liked it fine.
But I wore my cleats.
I just wasn't blown away by it. So, all right, Jacob, what are your thoughts?
I enjoyed this episode. I probably wouldn't rank it as at the top tier either. I think one or as you said, like probably like 1, 2, or even 5 would probably rank better than this one. But it was nice to see Snowman return, especially having John Ratzenberger as him once again. And they even worked in the dad joke I was anticipating.
Yeah, I was happy for you on that one. Oh my God, Jacob called it.
not the way I was anticipating, but
well, that's pretty much it, though, right?
Well, pretty. I was kind of. I know we talked about that off air, but it was still kind of uncanny how close I was on that.
Yeah.
So, but
Pink Pearl chimes in. She says, I still think my favorite is the vending machine episode and the first one. R.I.P. Banana Bread.
Banana Bread's alive, though.
Yeah, but he's out of the show. He's moved on to bigger and better things, and we miss him.
Yep. Well, he's on the left floor. Maybe one day we'll see him again. Give him the kids banana bread.
Oh God. I'm sorry, Jacob. You were saying?
I'm just saying. I thought it was a pleasant episode to say the least. And
yeah,
it's kind of nice to it did have some stings here and there, but it was nice just to like a laid back kind of pleasant episode, befitting the snowman himself.
Snowman.
The snowman.
They keep on snowman. It's just a matter of time before snowman comes.
I know, right.
Snowman.
I feel like I felt like the empty energy in the room without referencing that. Anyways. All right.
Sorry, I'll stop now.
So yeah, Dragon. Ultimately, I think it comes down to it's a good episode. I just felt like it was lacking tension. It was lacking stakes.
It had nice sacrificial stakes though with Tyler. I thought that was really nice.
It did. That was good. That was a good moment. That was a good payoff. That was good development for Tyler. I'll agree there.
So it's not like there were no stakes.
Yeah. I'm just saying, compared to the last couple episodes, the stakes were pretty cataclysmic.
Well, we can't have a monster-eating vending machine every episode.
Pink Pearl says, "What did?" I'm sorry, Jacob. Go ahead.
So we never got to see Pay Me Back Tuesday.
Oh God.
That's like The Office. It happens in between episodes.
Yeah. So Pink Pearl says, "What did he get banished for again?" I know it has something to do with water news, but Dragon, explain it, please.
Yeah, this is great what they did here. They actually found a way to kind of two birds with one stone. Where there's a throwaway line in Monsters University where it's like, hey, we kind of paid lip service to, there's the Abominable Snowman when he was with the company where he was working in the mailroom. He was in charge of the mailroom with Mike and Sully. And he says, remember, tampering with the mail is an offense punishable by banishment. Mm-hmm. So he was looking through the mail, he was looking at the light, didn't tear it open, so he didn't break any rules, but he saw the work order for the Scream extractor, and Water Noose banished him for that, but using it under the guise of, he was tampering with the mail, ergo punishable by banishment, and I get to cover up my illicit activities.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, that was probably the strongest the strongest plot thread of the episode for sure. I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting, but I was expecting I think that was a really maybe I was kind of hoping that there'd be a little bit more tension in terms of generally speaking, most of the characters just kind of seemed fine with him being there, and I was kind of I was kind of hoping I was kind of hoping for a little bit more of I don't know, maybe it would have. like, dare I say, maybe a commentary on cancel culture or something
Well,
like
that's
that.
what I'm saying, Tiki. That's what it kind of has, though, where it's more. It's like it's the moral. Don't buy into rumors. Just make your own opinions. Talk to people, that sort of thing. Like don't buy into it.
I mean, everybody did have like different ideas as to why he was
Yeah.
banished in the first place.
Everyone had a theory. It was all wrong until we got the truth.
And then Val got the truth from Rose of all people.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Rose is just a freaking jewel in this show every time she pops up.
It's like, yeah, I mean, and Ross.
It's just like a joke upon a joke. Like, Ross is already just a funny character by her very existence, but then adding the Rose thing is just.
I mean, I was really taken off guard by how much heart there was with the Abominable Snowman story, with like the fact that he was trying to stop water news. That was really nice. And
Dragon, to be fair, I wanted to get a rewatch in, and I just didn't have time after I got off work. So, maybe I'd like it better on a rewatch. Maybe I'd kind of see the stakes and the social commentary a little bit more.
Sure. Also, just in terms of just kind of some thrilling stuff, I mean, one of my nostalgic favorites as a kid watching Monsters Inc. was I loved the door chase sequence. So the fact that we had like a fun sequence where Tyler got his horn stuck on the door track, and he went on a wild ride. That took me back to like I remember I asked him Christmas one time for the door set, the door chase play set, and it was awesome. It was like, yes, we're doing the door stuff.
And I like how Myth has like the little cart to go out in there.
Yeah, I love the little lift tram thing. Yeah, that was great.
I mean that stuff probably happens commonly, so it makes sense why they'd have one.
And the practical myth kind of like in for this episode made a lot of sense too. With again, the heat wave that's striking, and it's going to cause like some metal fatigue of some kind. Like the metal expands, slowing the doors on the little track. So they had to fix that. That was. Again, really, they're finding really crafty ways to get kind of our myth to kind of setting.
Well, what I like about that angle of the show is that it kind of like answers, like illogical logic questions that we've always kind of wondered about with this world.
Yeah, like what happens when you have a gelatinous weather monster who's giving the weather during a heat wave? Well, he's going to melt by the end of that broadcast.
Right. Yeah.
Oh no, you're right though. The world building.
Get a mop.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But yeah, it's you're right, Tiki. I mean, the world building as well as kind of our fleshing out the illogical logic. It's what this show is kind of built upon. And I love it too.
Mm-hmm.
And it even creates some of its own illogical logic along the way.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so we tease up Tyler's big goal for the season, which of course is going on the laugh floor because essentially, the heat wave, which is probably, heat wave. Sometimes you get brownouts, you get power outages, a lot of pressure on. Okay, we gotta really double down the scream energy. We need the call. We're desperate right now. We got to bring in the untrained recruits. We got to bring in the comedy class, which includes Tyler. And oh boy, we just have this wonderful lineup gag with Mike, where he's like a drill instructor walking down the line, like, okay, haven't been in the line of fire yet, guys. And we have this hilarious gag where he's staring down Tyler. And I love if you think about it for a second. Like, wait a minute, how does that work?
And then Sully's holding him the whole time.
Yes.
Like, can I let you go now?
Mike, how long do I have to hold you like this?
Hilarious. My Nana's funny in you, but he does the baby voice. He's like, that's actually really good. I love he just diffuses it right there. That's actually really good. You should try that on the kitchen.
Mike is definitely supportive of the comedy class.
Love it.
Okay, so really quick, Pink Pearl's throwing out some ideas about like teens and older children interacting with the monsters. And honestly, Pink Pearl, that is something I have very much kind of like, I've had an appetite to see something like that as well, because you're pointing out like with the laugh flower, do they attempt to make teens laugh? The teens laugh at anything, especially poop jokes. Yeah, unfortunately, that's true. But I'm curious also about the other way around. It's like where the teens are so jaded that literal monsters don't even affect them, or they think that, or they're kind of like punk rock teens who are like, like, I'm going to beat up the monsters. Like, I'm curious to go down that angle. I think it'd be a whole like a whole world of story potential there. So I'm with you, Pink Pearl. I think it has a lot of potential there.
Guys, I don't want to let the air out of the balloon on that. And those are fun ideas. But
Oh, here we go, Dragon. Here we go. All right. I kind of know what you're going to say, but go ahead.
yeah, it kind of occurs to me once you guys were getting into it. For a moment, I was like, yeah, and I realized, oh, wait a minute. The flaw is the intrinsic logic of the monster world. Even like, no matter if it's laugh or scream power, it's the fact that kids are the easiest to get a response out of. They're afraid to get to try adults, which is already they never really have attempted that, which is why the climax of Monsters University is so effective. Like we can't scare adults. How would teens factor into the equation? I think the teens, at the very least, look, bare minimum. Again, I already think I don't think they're going to break kind of that golden rule in the world, but we did with Monsters University, so I won't completely rule it out. But at the very least, I don't think we're going to get into that territory until maybe a season 2, at the very least. So
she also throws out the idea of a gamer that just thinks, "Oh, this is cool. I'm going to follow you." Which, honestly, I could see a young kid who's into video games doing something like that.
Well, I'm not poo-pooing any of that stuff. I'm just saying your age range has to be the kids stuff. And again, if you want to bridge beyond that, again, season 2 or bust.
Dragon, what would you consider to be the cutoff age? Like maybe 12?
Yeah, between 10 and 12. Yeah, I'd imagine like 13 would be too much. It's kind of like the kids next door rules, where 13's when you become a teenager officially. In many respects. So that's probably 12 be the cutoff.
Yeah. Okay.
It's nice to see. I guess moving back onto the episode.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of nice to see at the end, like Mike and Sully were just kind of like immediately, they weren't like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" They're like, "Oh, hey, look, it's him."
I love, and I was waiting for something like this for the whole season so far, and we got a little taste of it with the with the one where Duncan takes over, with the one where we have the power outage and we have the efficiency expert coming, the inspector.
Oh my god, that guy was still a lot of fun.
Right. You want to call him? Darn, I keep blanking on his name. Anyway, the one John Michael Higgins played. Anyway, so. When Sully was very professional, was very take charge as the CEO, and we had a moment like that here where I was so elated, where Sully was taking responsibility and unbanishing the abominable snowman. I just thought it was just so sweet to see him act in official capacity and undo the damage that Waternoose did to this poor guy and their friend. And Mike then offers him the dream job, which is
snow cones.
The official snow cone seller.
Oh my god, that was a great payoff. I mean, and I'm sorry, but if we don't have a snow cone stand in Pixar Pier, what the hell is wrong with Disney?
Well, now they have to. Okay, before
they've got to. It's
now.
I don't know. I would think it's
adorable snow cones.
Oh my god! Yeah, come on! It writes itself.
And they have to get someone to dress up as the adorable snowman too, telling it.
Yeah, that'd probably be a bit much. At least.
Well, I don't know. I think you could have maybe how they have the statues in Toy Story Land that talk. Yeah. I think maybe you could do something like that. You don't necessarily have to.
If you want to really knock the socks off, you have something like a potato head kind of worked up.
Yeah, right. I doubt they go that far.
No, I'm saying something along the lines of a talking statue.
I was just saying they wouldn't have anybody in costume. That's what I was disagreeing with.
Imagine how hard it would be for the snowman to serve the snow cones.
Oh my god. That'd be funny.
No, but seriously, I just love the 1-2 punch of Mike and Sully actually being really good as CEOs and helping their friend right there. Sure. Sully kind of the arc business there, and Mike just having a brilliant idea of he'll sell snow cones. That's what he loves.
Mm-hmm. Perfect for it. And it can boost company morale too.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so there was an awesome deep cut in this episode, and I geeked out so much about it.
I might have missed it. What is it?
You did. Okay, this is going back to the bonus features of the Monsters Inc. DVD. Okay. You're gonna love this. Okay.
Also, really quick, Dragon, before you get into it, because while we're on the subject of Pixar Pier and food, I just got to shout it out. The Incredibles cookie nom noms are just they're ridiculous. They're the best cookies I've ever had.
Nom nom cookie.
No, seriously, it's less of a cookie and more of just oh my god, it's so good.
It's kind of like one of those cookie cake things, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's ridiculous.
Where's that num num cookie from again?
The Incredibles too.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Cookie.
I mean, kind of borrowed, somewhat borrowed from the Cookie Monster, but yeah.
No, I don't think it's that much borrowed.
No.
from
I'm
the
just saying the
Cookie
whole.
Monster.
I'm genuinely curious. I wonder if Cookie Monster was the first one to do like the nom 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 nom. I wonder if that was him.
All right.
Anyway, so regardless,
Deep cut.
yeah. Anyways, back to the deep cut. So we have we have the banishment doors already. You're excited by. So here's what we did. So originally in Monsters Inc., there was a different introduction in mind for the Abominable Snowman, in which there was going to be a big, scary, intimidating buildup, and he was going to have he was licking what looked like blood off of a knife.
Oh God.
And what it was lingonberry jam, which we also call back later, but that's not the big. I'm just saying that the fact that we bring back the lingonberry flavor on one of the snow cones at the end, but just the fact like doing the scare factor of like he has a he's like a madman with a chainsaw, very much like you think he's a scary monster, like like doing something horrible with a bladed weapon of some kind, and then we pull an Empire Strikes Back homage, which is awesome, with Tyler trying to get the rubber chicken like it's going to save him while he's hanging upside down, which I was already geeking out at that alone, but then when I realized, oh my God, it's the original introduction. They almost did. It's amazing.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I just really geeked out over that. It was amazing.
Nice.
That is kind of a deep cut.
Yeah, but it's a cool deep cut though.
All right. Anything else in the episode? I thought the myth players were kind of sidelined this episode, which honestly,
What's up for Val though? She was in
We each gave them a gag though. At least they all had we had Fritz got the drooler cooler pyramid, like the drooler cooler igloo.
And it's like just when it was getting cool.
and I mean, once again, everything that comes out of Cutter's mouth is hilarious.
All of her ex-husbands,
Yeah,
Pierre,
yeah.
Sheldon.
Oh my God.
I was like talking about the traps. Like, how did he get out? He got out. That's like Cutter. What are you doing?
Yeah. Did you kill
Fritz? I wonder if Fritz needs an intervention because he is really obsessed with the drooler coolers.
Oh God. Yeah.
I mean, really obsessed.
Dare I say it? Maybe like a smoothie metaphor.
Oh,
Sure.
Or like,
Yeah.
Yes, like Hey Arnold.
Yeah. Bob, I need a smoothie.
Oh God! Oh no! When you say it like that, oh God!
He did this smoothly a couple episodes ago, and he was about to fire them.
Okay. Let's see. So there's the big thing that Jacob kind of called here. So Bernard Tuskman. He drops off Tyler's lunch, which, by the way, it's in a little Sully lunchbox. And if you notice, they basically took a freeze frame. I like how it's kind of cheaply done on purpose, and I kind of like it, where they took the pose of Sully showing off when he enters the A113 classroom at Monsters University, who strikes the pose like almost, I guess it's kind of dab-ish. It's just like the two-arm thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's basically, so they basically took that screenshot, they basically put on the lunchbox as like the design. It's kind of neat. So we have that awesome meta gag, which is something you'd see like in Family Guy back when it was good, with like Dr. Hartman and Carter Pewterschmidt. Like, you sound a lot like me. Oh, really? I didn't notice. Coming in from my physical, my in-laws' dog says we sound alike. Oh, that's crazy.
I can't believe that. That just reminds me that I can't believe that Butch Hartman and Seth MacFarlane are pretty much best friends.
Yeah.
Dragon, I'm going to take a shot in the dark here with this, but is it fair to say that was the last great Family Guy joke?
Well, Tiki, that's like, I don't know when in the season that was. That's kind of impossible for me to tell. It was like a good Family Guy joke from the last. That's around that cutoff, though. It's like
that's what I'm saying. It's like that is like the last one that's the last time I remember Family Guy dropping a joke that's like iconic. Like, that is an iconic Family Guy joke.
Basically, Family Guy abandons all hope after season 6 I'm going to say this. 6 was solid because that has the whole Stewie kills Lois thing and vice versa. But season 7 is probably your last respites and drop-offs. After 7, it wanes, and after 7, you're completely out of hope.
Uh-huh.
Anyway.
You're talking about Bernard here?
Well, no, it was No. Bernard's awesome. I'm just talking about Family Guy. For a
No,
second.
that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to get you back on topic.
Yes,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was really great. Just the fact that they cut out Bernard from the first episode, and we kind of found a really great way to put him back in again, kind of like a Cars kind of credits call out of like, hey, this Ratzenberg guy gets around, and we're making up for the lost time for the fact that he's not in Luca.
Oh God. And the fact that his last couple roles have been like very sparse.
Yeah, he's literally a visual cameo in
Yeah,
Soul.
exactly.
I mean, come on.
I still think his final cameo needs to be a mailman.
It'd be great. Well, that's what I'm saying, though. Technically, Abominable Snowman.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about the cliff thing with the mailroom. I mean,
seriously,
about that.
this was. I gotta tell you, look, I would like him to do precisely your thing, Tiki. But I'm saying, if we don't get there, you can't really do. This is a beautiful send off for that character, like his role in the show, in terms of bringing him back to this, who was in the mailroom, and I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure we'll probably see him again. It's not like he's just going to disappear.
Well, sure. I'm just saying, I don't know if they can put him in every episode, but yeah.
I'm not saying every episode, but I mean, I'm sure he'll pop up.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. A role, as in like just returning to this role in the show.
Right.
But yeah,
they'll need snow cones.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, we've got a very prestigious guest in the comments. The official Rick Astley. No, he's actually Honeybee, but they say this was not as pondering as I thought it would be, and now it's my favorite episode so far. So Honeybee's on your side, Rick.
Hey, how do you know it's Honeybee? Oh, no, I see it. No. So how does he know? I looked up. Yeah.
What did you think it was actually Rick Astley?
No, I thought it was just some rando, and then Tony just kind of dropped in to keep us company, and then
they got Honeybee rolled.
Sure.
Yeah, Honeybee's screen names and avatars work in mysterious ways, and we love them for that.
Yeah, sure. I was wondering, how the heck does he know that?
It's like Honeybee changes her identity every time we eventually comes aboard here.
I can
Pretty
respect
much.
that. Let's see.
The voice that Mike does when he gives the idea for the snow cones.
Big Pearl,
Okay.
you good. You don't need to apologize. It's all good. All right, anyways.
Were we,
We used to talk about Mike's comedy class.
Like that, yeah. The punchline. Drums.
and the rim shot.
yeah, rim shot and the punchline just did. It's a great joke. It never J.K. Simmons around when you need him, though. Let's be honest.
Oh, God.
Not yet. Just then. That's not my tempo.
Jesus. Not quite my tempo. Not quite my tempo.
Is that Whiplash?
Yeah.
Yes, it's Whiplash, Jacob.
Well, I haven't seen that in ages.
Well, it's
Oh,
kind of
one
like the biggest thing from the movie, though. Holy Rushing Dragon, not my tempo.
Whiplash is in my top 5 movies of the 2010s. I love Whiplash.
I keep forgetting it was in the top 5. It was in the top.
It's in my top 5, yeah.
Right.
2 Damien Chazelle movies made my top 5.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, I just love that at the end of the day, Ebon Snowman got exactly what he wanted, which is he wants friends, because he's been alone, such a hermit for such a long time with the banishment, for at least a month, I suppose. Well, over a month. Like, they were there for, it's been a month since the end of Monsters Inc. for him, apparently. But he's been alone, and all he had were snow cones, and he found a way to have friends and snow cones and make people happy. That's all. That's all. And people will now see him not as abominable, now as an
Did
outcast,
you just
but as.
fucking pull a Kermit the Frog?
Why do you say that like it's a bad thing?
I say it like it's kind of an emotionally manipulative thing, low key.
Look, I was saying it just came to mind, though, right? It wasn't.
Draken, I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with
Oh,
you.
speaking of Kermit, did you see the Halloween thing?
Yes.
For Halloween thing. Oh, you can
Like
The
the
Muppet Haunted Mansion poster? Is that what you're talking about,
Yeah,
Claude?
they had like an image.
Almost. Like images, yeah.
I'll have to look it up then.
I did see it. Gonzo is the Hatbox Ghost, which I'm not sure about.
I didn't see that. That sounds awesome to me, though.
Yeah.
It could work. Also, Piggy is Madame Leota, which is surprising to me because I just assume she'd be Constance Hatchaway.
I wonder if Janice is going to be Constance Hashaway.
Maybe, but I would have thought that Janice would have been Leota. I think her vibe way more fits Leota than it does Constance.
We'll see. And again, it's a question of
Oh,
how
I don't
exactly
know.
they're going to handle. I wonder if they could possibly do multiple roles. I don't know.
That's true. That's true. They could do multiple roles. Yeah.
Again, the biggest, the one egregious thing of the Muppets is that we never have enough female Muppets. So we'll see. If
I
we ever fix
know.
that.
Unfortunately, yeah.
It's like the one chink in the Muppet armor. Whenever we always do this fun Muppet
right.
fan
You're
casting,
right.
it's like you only have like really 2 to, if you're really ambitious, 4 female Muppets.
I mean, yeah, you got Carmilla technically.
Well, yeah, to 5 if you count Camilla.
Yolanda.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking like Yolanda. Now we have Denise, and then beyond that,
technically Wanda, I guess.
Huh. All right.
Anyways.
Anyway,
Skeeter.
Well, we haven't seen. I don't think we've ever seen. We haven't seen Skeeter in puppet form, have we?
I don't think so, but she exists.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying we haven't done her yet. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, what was I again? Oh yeah, the point being, it was nice that. What I'm saying is nice that the Abominable Snowman. Now people are going to see him less abominable as the outcast, and more like he's adorable. He's pretty. He comes with snow cones. How is that not friendly?
I do like the design. I do like the designs of the snow cones.
I can tell you the remaster on the Snowman looks really good too. I mean,
it does, yeah.
And not that it looked bad before or anything. It's just like, I think they have to recreate the old models from Monsters Inc. with our returning characters, and they've all cleaned up really good.
Yeah. All right, guys, I think we've just about covered it. Right? Anything else we need to go over?
Do you know what the next episode is?
Has anyone looked into that? I have not.
I know. Like I think the 9th one's like Bad Hair Day or something, but I don't know.
I mean, I honestly think this one was probably like the biggest one in terms of like an exciting premise. But I'm gonna Google it really quick. Monsters at Work, episode 8. Season 1, episode 8.
Little Monsters.
Ah, right.
Tyler has an opportunity to get promoted as a jokester during Mini Monster Day at Monsters Inc. when he is paired with Miss Flint's daughter.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, this is going to be a stupid fucking question. Remind me who Miss Flint is.
Miss Flint's the lady who screens the monsters. Remember,
That's what I thought. That's
Bonnie Hunt's character.
Okay.
Bonnie Hunt being the one who runs the simulator room.
The pink one.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, is she really pink though? Is it more like orange?
It's like purple, like mauvish, I guess.
But that's fair.
Like violet?
I don't know. It's one of those colors where
red violet.
It's like a color where when you stretch the color, it kind of blends. So it's kind of like she starts off as one color and it kind of dips.
But is the dress blue or is it yellow? All right, guys. I think that's a good note to end on.
And then episode 9 is Bad Hair Day.
Yes. That's right. Also, kudos to Carla and the liquid squirting flower.
Yes. Okay, so big thanks to Pink Pearl. Glad to have you with us, Pink Pearl. I hope you're doing well. And also to Honeybee, the official Rick Astley. We're in the presence of royalty. I will respect that. And all right, and also Claude, it's good to have you back.
Good to be back.
All right. So that'll do it for us this week as we holster our remotes till the next installment calls for the draw. Mono e mono. Just Plus and Us. Welcome to the Himalayas.
Snow cone?